Hello everybody, my name is Jeff H. Malum and welcome to this week's video, which is finally a little shorter after the last 2 weeks have been quite long videos, and also next week's video will be very long again. But I will try to put in some more, some shorter videos next year. Don't worry about that. But this year just brought so many opportunities for long videos, so I'm very sorry for those of you who don't have the stamina to watch these. There will be more of these again next year, of these, not the long ones. Now, today I want to speak a little about Backfire, because some people have actually been wondering, is Backfire dead now? There hasn't been a release in like half a year. What the hell is going on? Do not worry, Backfire is not dead at all. Actually, it's just kind of starting. The thing is, we are currently in a season break. With the release of Voices of Violence, the first season has ended, and the second season is of course about to begin in 2022. However, I need some time in between seasons. First of all, to just give you a break, of course, but also for myself. I'm still doing this as a hobby, and I also have so many other ideas and concepts for other novels. So I also need some time for that, and I'm really using this season break to focus a little on other things. But Backfire is not dead at all. The next novel is actually already finished, but it won't release until a couple of months into 2022. By the way, I just said other novels. My next book release will actually be another thing, not Backfire. Please have a look at this video. The link is also in the video description below. It talks about my next book release. That is not Backfire, so stay tuned and be excited for that. It's gonna be something else, but you're hopefully gonna like it. Now, back to Backfire. I don't want to drop too many details on season 2 right now, because it's still a couple of months away, and there will be a more informative video about the second season sometime around early 2022. But what I can already say is that season 2, which is about to start next year, will consist of 3+1 novels. So this time we will have 3 main entries. Like in the first season, it was In Solitude and 20 Hands as the main series books, and then there was Voices of Violence as this anthology extra thing. Season 2 will have 3 main series books and again 1 anthology extra book at the end, right after the second season. What I can really tell is that the first season of Backfire was rather the prologue to the story. So we are just getting started. There's so much more to come. And also the books of the second season, I just told you that they are going to be 3+1. That doesn't really sound like much more content than the first season, just 1 short book more. But that's actually not true, because the books and the novels in the second season will gain in length. Now, that does not mean that it's going to be like 500 to 1,000 pages novels. Do not worry about that. I still want them to be those quick reads, but at an average, they will be longer. Okay, so much about the second season of Backfire. I don't want to give away much more today. There will be respective videos about that in 2022. However, what I want to announce today is that there will be something else for season 1, actually, and that is a collection that follows a rather different aim, so to say. So there will be a collection of all the season 1 books. That means In Solitude, 20 Hands, and Voices of Violence. However, they are not supposed to be those quick reads like those you already know. And that is why I also recommend, if you haven't read the Backfire books yet and you just want to read them for pleasure, what they are and how they build up suspense over cliffhangers and stuff like that, I really recommend that you buy the short paperback books, because also they have these cool covers and so on. Now the collection, however, will be a little different. Let me explain that to you. The goal is to have this rather as a base for research than as material for pleasure reading. That means if you are, for example, a literary researcher and want to do research on that, then this is your go-to option. Or of course, if you are a die-hard fan. Now let me explain why. The differences that you get from this more expensive version of the first season compared to the paperbacks is that, first of all, it will consist of both the German and the English version. So if you just want to read through the story in your respective language, then just go ahead, buy the paperbacks in your language. You don't really need both of them. If you are a language learner, then this collection might help you to learn German, for example, because German is the original language of Backfire and English is the translated version. Second, it will have a long appendix with lots of notes on, for example, how certain chapters were created, how characters came into existence. There are some nudges towards how you could do a literary interpretation on certain characters and interactions. So yeah. What's also a big difference is that it's going to be a hardcover. And hardcover only. There will be no paperback option, there will be no ebook option. It would just be one big hardcover book. So what does that mean? If you are just someone who wants to read through the Backfire story for pleasure, go ahead, buy the paperback versions, the single ones in Solitude, 20 Hands, and Voices of Violence. If you are a huge fan of hardcover, you like hardcover more than paperback, if you are a literary researcher, if you are a die-hard fan who wants some more behind-the-scenes knowledge and so on, if you are any of these, go buy this collection. That is rather a compendium. But if you just want to read for pleasure, do not worry about it. Really. I will, of course, upload an individual video once it releases, where I will again speak about those things again. But here's a secret for you. The compendium, it will have something else. That is a short story. Completely new short story.